There's your first.
Well, go on, your turn.
Hey, come on, time's up. Come on, and sit. Of course, when Annie's here, I never get a chance to do the cooking, you know. Comes in to do a bit of dusting. Next thing you know, you've got a day's grub in front of you.
It sounds all right to me.
You wait till you've had some. Oh, she's not a bad cook, I wouldn't say that. Only you wait till you've had a woman watching every move you make, and then the minute you sit down, filling you full of food.
Yeah, well, I'll start complaining when it happens.
Always the same with young'uns. Never take advantage of experience. One thing with a dog now, they do learn.
Aye, but they've only got one teacher. Detective constables get a book of rules and two fellas telling them different.
But in the long run, it's up to you, isn't it, lad? Only don't forget that criminals are just people. Folk, like anybody else.
They didn't bother to move, do they? Well, wait for you in the van.
"18 makes 42.
Are you sure?
What do you mean by that?
Well, the last time you got your addition wrong, you nearly wrecked the house in your rage.
I like to get things right.
They're due in tomorrow.
Good Lord, no. End of next week.
Well, what's the hurry then?
No hurry. Just getting them out of the way.
Percy.
Hmm?
You're always so far in advance of yourself. Why do you bother?
Peace of mind. 13 makes 87. No, 6.
I'm sure Sgt Cluff doesn't take work home.
I'm sure he doesn't. No wonder he takes work anyway. I don't know how I cope.
You're busy?
Oh, it's not that. Gunnarshaw is so erratic. Now in Leeds, there was an even tempo of disorder. Here it breaks out like a rash.
Might at least give us an hand.
Division of labour, Jack. Your job.
Aye, to skin 'em. I'm doing all the hard work.
I wouldn't say that. I have to shoot 'em and I have to be accurate.
Well, that's no trouble. You set yourself, they hardly bother to move. You might at least give us an hand holding the beggars.
Your job, Jack.
It wastes time. Someone could be up on us while I'm dragging them to the van.
No, we haven't seen anyone in 10 months. They're all indoors watching television, keeping warm.
Just been lucky, that's all.
All right, well, come on, start her up and stop the chat.
They'll be on to us sometime. Not if we're careful. Not if you behave yourself. They're a sly lot, the police down in Gunnarshaw. They may look daft, but they know what they're at.
Oh, come on, then.
Your friend Sgt Cluff will be breathing down our necks.
Beats me, it does.
Aye. Well, come on, get us started up. You can drop me off by the wood on your way to the hole. Well, if you give me a hand dumping the skins and that.
Look, I've got to put the gun away. Now, don't argue, Jack. We're doing very well.
A couple at least, you reckon?
Is he sure they've been pinched? I mean, they haven't gone wandering off somewhere.
Oh, Fletcher knows where his sheep are. If he reckons they're pinched, then it's likely.
Well, it ties in with all the others. It's just a wonder more don't go.
Aye, they don't go after a lot, do they?
Oh, half a dozen here and there. Seems hardly worth the bother.
It's steady, though. Over 10 months, they'll have picked up a few.
A few hundred quid's worth or more, I suppose.
Aye, I wouldn't say no to that.
This is a serious conference, I trust, and not an early tea break.
More sheep reported missing, sir.
Aye, those thieves have been quiet for a week or two. Hasn't Sergeant Cluff caught them yet?
Why, I haven't been on to him, sir.
Get a move on, then. Bullock may be a mine of useful information. The sergeant must be kept informed. Procedure, Barker. Procedure.
Yes, sir.
And good morning to you, too.
Oh, I suppose it's right. Give Caleb a chance to walk over to Fletcher's.
If he's finished his breakfast.
Hello. Oh, morning, David. Is it Caleb you're after? It's Barker.
Nice to know.
He said there's a job for you.
He would. He's been dying for something to happen. Cluff. Aye, she said. Bob Fletcher's now, eh? Right, I'll have a walk over. I know, you just thought I might.
You off?
Aye. Bob Fletcher's lost some sheep.
Stolen?
Likely. Been a few gone lately.
Oh, well, it's old-fashioned.
What is?
Sheep stealing right up your street.
Come.
He'll love this. Gives him a chance to wander round, sniff the air, and pretend he's detecting.
He knows the country, sir. Nobody will get away without on the sergeant's home ground.
This has been going on for months, Bullock. Wouldn't surprise me if he was spinning it out because he enjoys it.
He hasn't had much to go on.
Knowing the kind of bandits you get round here, he could be in with them.
My Jack.
Morning, lass.
You had a good evening then?
What would you call a good evening, love?
Well, you weren't caught for a start.
That's something.
Worth it, was it?
I got half a dozen.
Whose?
Fletcher's.
So you got round to old Bob.
Well, it means another few quid against this farm anyway.
Aye, I suppose so.
Well, of course it does.
When I took up with you, Jack, you were honest, weren't you?
I was unlucky.
Oh, I know that, and you were a fool, too, but you were honest.
Well, it didn't work. I need all the money I can get to keep this place. I tried elbow grease and it came to nothing.
And 10 quid here and there will do it, eh?
Aye, in time.
Aye, when's that?
Look, we're doing well.
You mean Len Swinbank gives you the nod when he feels like it, and you go and steal some more?
Well, he's right. We just take a few and we wait for the right time. Well, anyway, I'll get a fair share, don't I?
Well, you know what Len's like. He doesn't care about cash. That's why he's not but a gamekeeper. He doesn't bother.
He's a brainy lad, though.
Happened. That's no cause for you to let him walk all over you.
I'm getting the money, aren't I? I mean, it's not just for me, is it?
I know that.
Do you think I like it? I've known folk round here all my life. I have to go and steal their sheep.
I don't know, Jack. I don't know I'll let you. I should just walk out.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
No, I wouldn't. It'd be so easy, though, wouldn't it? I could go through that door and be just Hilda Williams again. No trouble at all.
Aye, no trouble.
But you've got to stop sometime.
When we've enough to buy the lease on this place, we will.
Well, what if Len Swinbank wants to stop before then?
He won't.
Why not?
Well, he enjoys it. I don't understand him. He's not our sort. He's too deep for me.
You're scared of him.
Oh, never.
What about the folk round here? Aren't you scared of them? What'll they say when you're caught?
Well, you're going to get caught. I don't care what they say. Well, I didn't when I took you in here, did I?
Caleb Clough's not a fool, you know. Just because he's not been here asking questions doesn't mean he's not thinking.
All right, well, he'll need to think deep on this.
Just watch out he doesn't.
Please now, notice there was one with a bad ankle. That patched it up.
We're there. You'd know if it had wandered off, got stuck somewhere.
I know. I found another. Blood all right? Enough. I must have dragged it up here. They're not making much ado of it.
Eh?
Them, I mean, they're not getting away with much. 2 or 3.
You have a good look round, Bob. You might find you're out more of that.
Right.
What news of the Wanderer?
He's on his way in, sir.
Find anything out?
Oh, drop of blood, faint tracks. Fletcher's checking the rest of his stock.
And what are you doing about it?
Waiting, sir.
That's worthy of Cluff. Have you checked the reports of the previous cases?
Yes, sir, they're all here.
You're improving. And does this fit the pattern?
As far as we know, yes. Same area, same sort of numbers. No evidence to speak of.
Do not despair, Barker. I'm sure the sergeant is putting his mind to it. If he doesn't, he'll be lynched for the local farmers, to say nothing of headquarters. This is becoming a very unpleasant statistic.
Yes, well, there's always a few of those, sir.
A station officer, I'm painfully aware of that. It's a good thing they don't give a cop for them. It would have Gunnarshaw engraved all over it.
We do our best, sir.
Yes, I've come to realise that. When I first arrived, I thought it was mutiny. Very good.
He's working under strain.
Oh, aye, the pickets are against him. And he saw a potholer on his way in.
What's that, an old man?
It's all right for you. Gives us in the uniformed headache. There's plenty of potholers know what they're doing, but we have to chase after plenty that don't.
Did you get rid of the lot?
Well, of course I did.
Nothing left hanging around the mouth?
Look, I know what I'm doing.
Well, as long as it's all neat and tidy.
We ought to go easy for a while.
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. We're doing very nicely. And you need the money.
I know, but... Well, they must get onto us sometime.
Oh? Has Hilda been talking to you?
No.
Well, you can't blame her for being worried.
She's not.
Then why are you?
I don't know.
Well, you'd better get off into Bradford, Jack. Get rid of that bottle. Price might be off a bit this week. Meat's a bit more scarce. I'll drop over for my share.
No, I'll bring it here.
No, don't bother. It's been nice seeing you both.
Hilda, you mean?
Eh? Oh, come on, Jack. Get on with it. Your van's not refrigerated, you know.
Oh. Grief. What a stink down there.
They won't go down any more holes in a hurry.
Must have been a nasty shock. Got the lot up, have we?
Yes, over 50 heads and skins, including the fresh ones.
Suppose some of them might have fallen down.
Oh, not all that many.
No. That makes about 50 stolen then. Let's say £4 a head if you got a good contact. Well, that's 200 quid over 10 months or so.
There could be other holes and a lot more sheep.
I shouldn't think so. We've not had that many losses reported. It's not what you'd call a big operation.
But it pays its way. And there's not much risk.
No. Get them on a lonely road late at night, kill off a few, then move on for 1 or 2 more. Who's to stop you?
And who's to know they've gone? Till a day or two later.
Local, I'd say.
Why?
Well, if they'd come a long way, they'd not bother with half a dozen. They'd make a go of it in one.
Oh, well, it makes it easier for us.
In a way. But when it's folks I know, it's never easy. Stealing a neighbour's stock, that's about as low as you can get. Not the sort of thing you like to accuse anybody of.
Still, it has to be done.
One day you might not be so keen.
Well, it's hard to say, isn't it, Sergeant?
Ah, Hamlet, eh? Full in the figure, but the same kind of approach. This part of the hold.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And these? Well?
We've sent some off to be checked, but they look like 2-2 to me, sir.
Well, I suppose it's easier than clubbing the brutes.
More difficult. You need to be a good shot.
May I ask where you're going to, Sergeant? Purely for the record, of course.
Aye. I'm going to see a man about a gun.
That could be any of the locals. It's like Dodge City round here.
You're always on edge with me. Why?
You're not the sort of man we're used to around here.
I know all about that. Just because I can string a few words together, people around here don't trust me.
Well, do you blame them?
Yes, if they're intelligent. Like you, for instance.
I'm not intelligent.
Not if you persuade Jack to give up his only chance of keeping this place.
It's not his only chance.
Well, hard work hasn't got him very far, has it? He's not very shrewd and he's unlucky. Except that he has you.
That's got nothing to do with luck.
What has it to do with, then? He's not very bright and he's not much to look at, so what's the attraction?
It's none of your business.
Oh, it is. I think you ought to be attracted to me.
Oh, you would?
Well, why aren't you, then?
I don't like you.
Now, that's nothing to do with it.
I don't want you here, especially when Jack's away. Will you just go?
What are you worrying about? And no neighbours to gossip? You're not even his wife.
Now, you shut up about that.
But I think it's very important. You're not tied to him by anything but your own stubbornness. You could walk out of here any time you liked.
Or when you want me to.
That's right. You know, my cottage may not have roses round the door, but it's a damn sight better than this.
Get out.
All work, you know. And Jack is a dull boy.
Hey. Now then, Hilda.
Sergeant, can I help you?
No, lass, I was just passing by. I thought I'd drop in for a bit of a warm.
Oh, aye, come up to fire.
Ta. Jack off out, is he?
Aye, did you want him?
No. No, I just didn't notice him about when I walked up.
No, he went into Bradford.
On business?
Oh, I took some chickens in the van.
The van. Ah. How's he doing these days?
Bit better.
But not well.
Well, he tries hard enough.
He would. Like his dad.
Aye. Excuse me. You're sure you didn't want to see him?
Ah, quite sure. As I said, I'm just passing. On my way to have a chat with Mr. Swinbank.
Oh, why?
How's he settled down?
I don't rightly know.
I thought you might, him being only a short walk away. Not sociable, is that it?
Well, not really. Well, you've met him. He's not our sort of, you know what I mean.
I do, lass, I do. You don't see much of him, then?
No.
Bit lonely for you here when Jack's away.
It's peace and quiet.
Wouldn't have thought he was the noisy sort.
No, it's not.
You've calmed down a bit and all, haven't you? I can remember not so long ago you being a right live wire.
You're a bit wild, well, there's not much here to make you lively.
Suppose not. Still, you can't have everything. You got a good enough man, Hilda. Good enough home. You don't want to go chucking that away.
Who said I would?
Ah, who did? Right, I'll be off now then. Have a word with Mr. Swinbank before it gets dark. Be good.
Aye.
You looking for me?
You think he's gone up to Swinbank? It could be anybody.
You know what he's like, Harry? Bowles right in the way. The sergeant won't believe locals are criminals, especially when it's sheep stealing.
Well, there used to be a lot of it.
Anyway, if he's got the choice between a good shot who's a local and one who's a stranger, you know who he'll go for.
Oh, aye, sure as eggs. I don't know much about this Swinbank myself.
I've met him. He's not what you'd expect. Good education.
Well, they didn't pick gamekeepers for that in my young days.
Or in mine come to that. He must just like the job.
Now then, missus, sorry to keep you waiting.
She's quite live. And though I am an employee, I do pretty much as I like. No one comes here bothering me.
Except policemen.
You're not bothering me, Sergeant. It's nice to see you.
You read all these books?
Certainly. That's the other half of the country life, isn't it? Outside all day, fire and a good book in the evening.
Sounds grand. You haven't been disturbed at all lately?
No? Should I have been?
Somebody's been going around after sheep. They use a rifle. I just wondered if you'd heard anything.
Come now, Sergeant. You didn't really think I'd hear anything tucked away in this neck of the woods?
You never know. Thought they might have been round after your birds.
No, you didn't.
Eh?
You thought I might have been up on the moors gadding about shooting sheep?
You know, you're direct enough to be a countryman.
Well, that's something I've learnt.
Does you credit. Right then. Have you got a 2-2 rifle?
No. Got a 12-bore, but no 2-2. Now, is that what was used?
We think so, aye.
You're not sure?
Well, a potholer went down the Widdy Hole today, came across the skins of about 50 sheep. The skulls were there as well. We got some bullets out of them.
Must have given him a shock.
Turned green, they say.
It's a bit of luck for you, too, eh?
Well, it's a big help. It makes it a local job, do you see?
Oh, why's that?
Oh, Widdy Hole's not near any main road, is it? Now, no visitor's going to hang around on a job of this sort. They'd be off and away, take the skins with them.
Ah. Well, you can search as long as you want, but you'll not find a 2-2.
Funny that. I'd have thought that was a very handy gun for a gamekeeper.
Matter of taste. I get by with a shotgun. There are plenty of 2-2s about, though.
Aye.
Another wet?
Oh, thank you. Could be a long job, then.
Not too long, I hope.
No, no.
Yeah, then.
Ta. Jack Ramsey's not got a tutu, has he?
Not that I know of.
Just thought you might.
I don't have much to do with the folks around here.
Oh. Oh, so it wasn't you I saw leaving the Ramseys half an hour back then?
Sergeant, you're a hunter, not a policeman.
Was it?
Yes, of course it was.
Mrs. Ramsey wasn't letting on?
No, didn't think she would. I just dropped in for a chat.
Well, you have to talk to somebody, haven't you?
Ah, that's right. Cheers.
Good health.
Jack,
Hmm?
did you get on all right?
Hmm.
Well, what sort of price did you get?
I didn't think that interested you.
Oh, don't be daft, Jack. If it's going to help us keep this place, and I want to know.
That's not what you said before.
No.
Changed your mind, have you?
I just want to get this business over and done with or get out.
Well, we won't do that. It's always been our place, and I'm not budging.
Oh, you wouldn't have done anything if Len Swinbank hadn't put you up to
Well,
it.
he did. At least we're getting somewhere.
You are. Cluff was here.
Cluff? What did he want?
Well, just a chat, he said.
Can't have been just that.
It was. With me, anyway. He said he was over to see Len.
What for?
I don't know.
He's on to us.
Happened, but he said nothing to me. And if he had anything on Len, he'd have been back by now. Well, Len would shop you as soon as look at you.
What?
You heard. Well, he wouldn't take it all on himself now, would he? You couldn't expect him to.
Do you like him, Hilda?
No. He's too clever by half.
He's after you.
Don't be daft.
He is. Well, he's more to offer, you know.
It's on table.
Mm-hmm. You should have gone home.
I did.
What are you doing here, then?
I come back.
I wish you belonged to a union. Only way I could get you out of here.
I thought you'd need some food. I saw you coming up lane and you looked hungry.
Had a lot of fresh air, that's what it is.
Out and about, eh?
Here and there.
Were they stolen?
What?
Bob Fletcher's sheep.
Aye, and 50 or so others we found down the Widdy Hole.
They were down there.
Just bits and pieces, skulls and that. Everything except the meat.
Who'd do a thing like that?
You can answer that, I'll put you straight on to Mole.
Strangers.
What do you know about Len Swinbank?
Gamekeeper over at Wallside. It's not him, is it?
I didn't say so.
Ah, but I know the look. He's a posh sort of man for a gamekeeper, they say.
He is that. He's clever with it and all.
They say he was in trouble.
Where?
They don't know. It's just local talk.
Doesn't mean a thing, just means they think he ought to be.
They're usually right.
Aye, heck they are. Look what they said about Hilda Williams and Jack Ramsey.
Oh, well, they're different.
Aye, just because we know 'em. Mind you, they were foolish, them two, not getting wet.
Oh, well, you know what Hilda's like. She'd do anything to cause a stir.
No, she's settled down now. Gone very quiet.
Huh. What can you expect in a place like that? Must be like a pigsty.
Nay, she keeps it well enough.
I don't know why she bothers. They'll be off that land by the end of the year.
How's that?
Lease runs out, my kit says. And you can't tell me that Jack Ramsey'll have enough money to take it up again.
No, it's not likely.
Pity, they're nice enough folk.
Ah.
Suppose they'll have to go to work in town now. You've gone all quiet.
No, just thinking about Jack's dad.
What, old Alan?
Slaughterman he was before he took that land. Old Alan could skin a rabbit in 2 seconds flat.
Handy with a knife, he was.
Must have taught Jack a lot.
Didn't do him much good, did it?
I'm not so sure. Aye.
Evening, Hilda. Jack?
Cluff was here.
Yes, I know. He told me.
What did he say?
He asked me if I had a 2-2 rifle.
What?
And he said they found the remains of sheep in Widio.
They found them?
Ah.
Well, that's it, ain't it? I mean, we're finished. He'll just come along here and he'll...
Jack, he'll do nothing.
Why not?
Because he hasn't any proof. He can't do anything without he finds that rifle. Now, he can search my place as often as he wants, but he'll not find it.
He knows so.
Now, there's no doubt about that.
And he knows we're in it together.
Oh, does he?
Because he saw me leaving here this afternoon, that's how.
What were you doing here?
Oh, just stopped in for a chat, didn't I, Hilda?
That's all.
Look, I don't want you coming here while I'm away. Now, you leave her alone.
He? What's he on about?
You know as well as I do.
Look, there's nothing to worry about. It was just a chat.
Well, I don't like it.
Oh, now, come on. Hey, what about the money?
Thought so.
How much did you get today?
3.10.
Oh, I thought you might have got the 3.50.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Bit slow there, weren't you?
Look, I got 21 quid and that's an end to it. 10 each.
Oh, never mind the odd 10 shillings. I'll just have the 5.
No, 50.
Oh, come on. You need it more than I do. All right, then, Hilda, here's 10 bob for you. Go and buy yourself something nice.
Don't take it.
Well, you give it to her then. Here.
Will you two stop this? Have you no thought for what I feel?
Now, you see, Jack, you've upset her.
Well, you've started it.
Ah, suppose I did. How's the money coming on, then?
Well enough. We're still a long way short.
Oh, well, we'll just have to do more jobs. Take, say, 8 instead of 6 each time.
Oh, well, Cluff and us?
Cluff? Huh. He can't prove a thing. And he doesn't know where we're going to strike next.
Too much of a risk.
You need the money. I would have thought it was worth it, wouldn't you, Hilda?
You know what I think.
Right. Next time, 8 instead of 6.
When?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, you must be mad. We can't do that soon. We'll have to wait. And there's too much snow about.
No, if they think we're guilty, they'll be expecting us to wait. Tomorrow night. Snow or not.
Sticking our necks out fit to break.
No, we're not. No one will expect us to make a move. Not even Cluff.
They'll do nothing now. For a while. We'll just wait until they do.
You sure it's them?
You go and talk to Swinbank, lad. 5 minutes, you'll know.
Well, can't we get them in?
What, you mean questioning, warrant searches, all that sort of thing?
Well, yes.
We could. If I know Ramsey it'd work, he'd say all they want.
Well, let's do it then.
Swinbank I'm after. He's clever enough to get away with anything, unless he's caught in the act.
Well, I think you've got enough on him.
Don't rush me, Barker. Told you before. Policeman's got to be sure.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Sir?
Morning.
Well, is your case ready for court, then?
Pardon, sir?
Well, judging by the inactivity in here, I thought you must have completed the sheep-stealing business. Haven't you?
No.
Doubtless you are full of ideas.
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Well, I know who did it, and I know why.
And you have arrested them?
No.
As usual, it is an intellectual exercise with you, Cluff. You find your criminal, and that's enough. I am station officer, and I must have arrests.
You will.
Now.
You have them now. At least one of them will be home by tea time. Give me a month, and we'll have them both.
A month? And what shall I tell headquarters?
I'll tell headquarters.
Mr. Patterson, I suppose. You're lucky to have him up there acting as a fairy godmother. You'd have been out years ago. What is the point of waiting?
They're not going to be up to much now they think I'm onto them. Now I shall have a word.
I'm afraid
here
it's
and
not good enough. I want your reasons on paper. I shall be in my office.
He's going to have a long wait.
What are you doing here?
Waiting for you.
We don't want you here.
Jack doesn't, I know, but I'm still not sure about you.
Now look here,
Oh, you
Len.
make angry noises. But there's a look in your eyes that is, shall we say, encouraging.
Len, leave us alone, please.
I think you ought to leave him. He really isn't worth it.
He has been for 5 years now.
Has he?
Why do you keep on? No, I won't. Now get out.
Oh, dear. You want me to apologise?
Tell Jack I'm sorry.
No. Just leave us alone. And stop trying to do him down in front of me. Making him look a fool.
I don't have to try, you know that.
He's been good to me. I don't want to let him down just because... Well, because someone else has come along.
One can live cheaper than two. You'd be helping him by moving out. Make things easier for him.
No.
I'm not hurrying you, Hilda. You think about it.
I want nothing to do with you.
Oh, but you do.
Now, Jack.
Hello, Sergeant. What are you after, then?
Nay, just having a walk around.
All right.
I see young Hilda's getting a bit more company these days.
Eh?
Your friend Swinbank was just in there again. Still, make a nice change for her, won't it?
Hello.
What was he doing here?
Who?
Len Swinbank. What was he doing here?
He just dropped in.
What for?
To talk.
Ah, bet.
He did.
He wouldn't come here if you didn't put him up to it.
That's not true.
I've seen it, all right. You were on his side last night, weren't you? Pushing me into this business. No, why?
Of course you know why we need money towards the lease.
We don't need it that much.
Oh, yes, we do. I've had enough of this business. I'm sick and tired of waiting to be chucked out.
Well, I'm trying, aren't I? So used to doing anything if this is going on.
What is?
With Len.
There's nothing going on except what you're making of it.
I thought you changed. But you haven't, have you? No. Well, why don't you move in with him, eh?
And what will you do if I did? Nothing. You can't against that man.
I would.
What?
I don't know. Oh, you wouldn't really go, would you? I mean, you wouldn't go.
Why not?
Well, you still love me, don't you?
Perhaps you do.
No, perhaps about it.
There is now, Jack.
Oh, where's the sergeant, Barker?
He's out, sir.
Oh, when's he coming back?
I don't know.
But it's your business to know. Has he done that report for me?
Report, sir?
Don't roll those bloodshot eyes at me. You know perfectly well what I mean.
Yes, sir.
Where is it, then?
He hasn't done it yet, sir.
Hasn't done it? But I ordered him to. Right. We shall see about this little episode. I shall get on to his home.
CID, Barker? Who? Oh, he's not in. Who's that speaking? It's for the sergeant.
And that's all that was said? Right, Barker, I'll be in. I will have a word with Mole and do something about it. That's if he doesn't mind working nights.
Cowboys and Indians. That man can't do a straightforward job.
Well, I hope it won't be too cold for you.
It will be. He ignores me 90% of the time, then I have to organise a posse.
You should be flattered. He obviously has a lot of faith in your ability.
Just too lazy to do it himself, that's all.
Well, it is your department, isn't it?
What meaning do you think that has for Cluff?
I suppose Mole is coming.
Oh, he wouldn't miss a chance like this.
Doesn't happen often, does it? Come on, lad, let's get it over.
There you go, all as at night. Get me feet up on the set warmed and you have me out.
Well, are you ready?
Aye.
A month indeed.
Nearly time.
Oh, no.
Well, best be off.
Aye.
What's up?
Nothing. I'll be off then.
Take care of me.
Aye.
Go on, he'll be waiting.
Aye. He'll be waiting.
See you later.
Bye, lass.
What? Come on, Jack, wake up. Got a lot of work to do.
Worry too much.
That's right.
Oh, think of the money.
I'll do that.
Come on, then. It's tonight, you know. Drop it, Swinbank. They knew.
Aye.
Not you. I don't believe it. No, you wouldn't.
You chopped us, you fool. What the hell do you want to do that for?
You know why I did it, Len Swinbank.
Let's have it, lad. Was your only chance, wasn't it? The gun! What do you want to ruin it for?
You and Hilda. I told you. Hilda. I warned you to stay away from her, didn't I? But you wouldn't listen to me. You never have done, have you? No. But they did.
Cut your own throat.
Aye. But I've cut yours as well.
Swinbank? Don't make it any worse.
What a surprise, Sergeant.
And for me? Barker?
Commendably brisk. Another 5 minutes and I've frozen to death.
You want to get off home. We'll take care of this. Clive?
He's actually going to see a case through. There's hope yet.
You know, you're a disappointment.
Oh, why's that?
Funny. You're not the sort of chap that we expect up here, but you might have been accepted.
I'd hope so.
I suppose townsmen don't turn into countrymen all that easy. Just thought you might, talking the way we did yesterday.
I'm too restless to settle down really for long.
Restless, I know. That's what surprised me, going after sheep again so soon.
It was a gesture.
Aye. Were you in trouble where you came from?
What?
Tewkesbury.
Aye. I shot a man after a party. I didn't kill him, but I went inside for a while.
You didn't shoot up there?
Well, that was one lesson I've learned.
Learned a few more tonight.
Aye. Don't be misled by appearances.
You know, I didn't think he had it in him.
Happened he was desperate.
Well, it must have been. She would have gone to him. See, if you're not married, you've no hold.
So you'd give yourself away as well?
It was all falling to pieces. I was getting the money all right, but the home we made, it wasn't the same. Not since he came along.
Well, that's enough to get on with, and unless you want to say any more.
No. No, I don't.
Practically written a novel as it is.
Hello?
Evening?
You can't see them yet.
No, I suppose not.
Just sit over there. We'll tell you when.
Thanks.
Hilda Ramsey.
Oh, if you'd just like to wait there, Mrs. Ramsey.
Yes.
Mrs. Ramsey's outside.
You'll have to wait.
That's what I said.
A long wait for either of us.
She'd not go to you.
Mrs. Ramsey. You know, if she had been married, I wouldn't have looked at her twice.
There are a lot of ifs in this game, Swinbank. Only just now we're considering the facts. All right, Barker.
Yes, Sergeant.
Full name, please.